I'm afraid I can't explain myself, sir, because I am not myself, you see. Hey, how you guys doing today? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what are we looking at today with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Yet again, Bitcoin continues to surprise us as we have some sideways movement in the action. Literally no gain. Coming in at 8,100 this morning. I mean, hey, no gain is better than a loss, right? So we got the market cap coming in at $335 billion. Still a plus that we're continuing to hold on there. We got about 19.2 billion traded in the last 24 hours. That's really not too bad. And we got a BTC dominance coming in at 41.5%, slipping just a teeny tiny little bit right there. But like I said, I'm just keeping my eye on it. Not really too much I can do about it. Everybody loves those altcoins, right? So, all right, let me see. Like I said, not too much movement going on in the market right now with Bitcoin or Ethereum. Ethereum still holding on the other side of $500, $515 to be exact at the minute. We got Ripple coming in at 68 cents. That's about a 2.3% gain. That's really not that bad there either. Bitcoin Cash making some movements today, coming in at $830. That's up 6.6%. So that's really not bad at all. That's more than the standard day trading. Hopefully they can hold on to these gains. Let me see. We got Litecoin. They're not making too much movement either. They're coming in at $137. And let me see. We got Steam and Steam back dollar making some movement, coming closer to parity, coming in at $2.85 and $2.76. That's a 4.2% gain and a 9% gain for the Steam back dollar. You know, they're still undervalued a little bit in my opinion, but I mean, in comparison to some of the other social media platforms out there, they're a heck of a lot better. So let me see, what else do we got going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee? Well, I was thinking about telling you some of my thoughts on Bitcoin, and then maybe we'd get into the news, right? So I've had some, people questioning me about, what are my thoughts on Bitcoin and, why am I truly invested? Because I keep talking about some of the fundamentals that are, behind Bitcoin, and that's why I can sit here and huddle strong during some of the dips. Well, okay. I mean, it's a little more, of my personal beliefs that go into it, and I usually try to keep the show very uncontroversial. But I mean, a simple overview of what I think is that pretty much the government we have at hand is used in manipulating a majority of the people out there, keeping them living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, unable to get or advance their lives any further than just the basics, you know, food, rent, simple indulgence of fast food and a few gifts here and there, and then usually some sort of drugs and alcohol to sustain their brains, right? And this isn't really how we're meant to live. We were pretty much being oppressed, and it needs to be changed. And pretty much change requires revolution, and revolution requires money. The way that the money is now, they control the money, and I mean, why would they let us have money in order to have a revolution, right? And the way that the world works now is a little different because there's so many people, there's no unexplored space anymore. There's nowhere else that we can just segregate ourselves from society and the way that they're operating now and holding us down. So we got to have Bitcoin. And the value in Bitcoin is the decentralization. And yes, everyone's in it now because they want to jump in and, get rich quick. And, that's going to work. I mean, a lot of people are going to make a lot of money in the situation in the overall, but when they're making that money, the Bitcoin will travel from one person to another person to another person. And we've also seen along the way that a lot of people that when they get rich in Bitcoin, they give back to the community and they're giving back to the right causes. So once we can have a nice, stable, decentralized Bitcoin that everybody's using freely with a good sustainable value, we're able to fund the projects that'll help overthrow the tyranny that we're seeing in the political government now that is oppressing the everyday person like me and you that's just trying to take care of our families, find the little bit of freedoms we can have, enjoy our cup of coffees. So ultimately, that's why I stay in Bitcoin. I mean, if it dropped down to $300, if it helped change the world so it could be better for my son and for the generations down the road, I'd like to take part in all of that because, hey, it'd give me a little bit more value to my life than I'm just here squandering it, trying to make myself feel good, right? So, all right, what do we got going on for the news? I know that was a heavy, right? Well, I mean, we got Verge. We got that they came out with their news, and I mean, this is one of the most unlikely pairings you think that would have came out. But Verge is getting down with the adult entertainment industry, and I mean, hey, we all know that there's big bucks in that. Trillions of dollars are flowing through the internet. I mean, what happened when the internet first took off? porn out everywhere. Everybody wanted it. I think that was one of the main drivers on why video graphicing and all of that got better on the internet. So everybody wanted to see the porn in HD pretty much. So, I mean, Verge paired with Pornhub, pretty much we knew that that was going to drop the price a little bit because, I mean, it was pretty much a standard cryptocurrency trade there. Buy on the rumor, sell on the news. They set that one up nice. Yes, there was a potential ideal of a scam in the middle, definitely put a little downward pressure on it so it didn't shoot too high. I mean, if you were really into crypto trading, that was a nice setup for a lot of people. But hey, I mean, you know, they're coming in at 7 cents today. So, I mean, this is a pretty big pairing. I do see the potential for some upward value there, you know, but I don't invest too much in altcoins, but I might dig a little deeper into this one. You never know what happens with this stuff. I'd like to make a little money at some point too. All right, so let me see. What else do we got going on in the cryptocurrency market? Well, we're looking at the situation of maybe yesterday the price of Bitcoin dropped $200 yesterday because we've looked at a situation of over the last, you know, 24, 36 hours, two whales out there have moved quite a bit of cryptocurrency. We're looking at one anonymous wallet out there moving a large amount. I mean, they got $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin in it, and they moved about 6,500 Bitcoins out of it yesterday, you know, worth about $50 million and sold them. We're looking at about the day before the same thing happening out of another wallet. So, I mean, you know, what does this mean? Well, I mean, everybody was saying taxes, but I mean, if that was really the taxes, that really wasn't that big of a dip. But it's definitely something to note that when, you know, people with large amounts of money and whales are out there making movements, you got to keep an eye on it because they definitely have the ability to sway the Bitcoin market due to the fact of we're still growing. Right? All right, so let me see. The last story I got here is, you know, I love those stories about people getting in trouble and the police and all of those things happening with Bitcoin. So we're looking at a guy that's on the run today, and I find this humorous, as always. We got an Icelandic guy who went and all right, we're looking at what did he do? When was it? It was back in December, January. He went out and stole 600 computers and graphic cards and the power supplies and all this. They're estimating the worth at somewhere around $200 million. So, I mean, that's quite the theft. Well, they went and arrested him on February 2nd for the situation. He's been in jail, but apparently yesterday somehow he escaped, used another man's passport, hopped a flight. Now he's in Switzerland. They got a federal warrant, or I mean a worldwide warrant looking for him. They say that he's nonviolent, but I mean, they're looking for him, so hopefully he's able to get undercover or, you know, do something before the police pick him up for this crime. I mean, this is pretty funny. Cryptocurrency and all of these computer thefts are going to be a thing as we move into the future because, like I said, you know, the money is going to go up, and as the money goes up, a lot of people want to get their hands on it. So thanks, everybody, for joining me today for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. As always, I got my free help desk service. It's at eugeneforrest20@gmail.com. I feel that's one of the best free services I can provide out there to help promote the advancement of the Bitcoin community. So shoot me those emails. Let me know what's going on with that. If you got something you want to talk about, shoot it to me in an email. Comment below. As always, share, like, thumbs up this video. It's how we help this community grow. I got tools, links, affiliation codes, all kinds of stuff down there. I got faucet links, and as always, I got those donational addresses. If you got that extra crypto, please come on over to Steam it, sign up if you haven't already, upvote my post, comment below and I'll upvote you. But most of all, you guys remember, keep your Bitcoin safe.